everyone, this is Lydia from La Rosa UK. Today is my very first tutorial for you guys, and in this first tutorial it is my very first little slab for you. Today is a festive themed slab. For me is one that reminds me of white snow and red berries, and this is this little one. I don't know if you can see it. So it's got, I don't know if you can see it here, it's got like little pearly shiny detailing right here if you can see. So let me just take one of these. Yeah, so it's got it's monochrome, as I said, white and red for me. It's got both color and shapes, then it's got some texture as well. So this is what we're gonna be focusing on today, doing this little slab. It's not gonna be the same, but it's going to be similar because these are free-form shapes and they are hand cut, therefore I cannot exactly reproduce them, but I'm going to try. So let's go. I have here pre-prepared this gorgeous piece of clay. This is actually mother of pearl, which I've topped up with glitter. Is this baby over here. Yep, this baby over here. I will put the link to where you get it from. It's actually from Amazon. I find that it's actually the best value, most cost effective from Amazon for me personally. So I'll leave the link down below, and depending on which clay background you put this on, it gives you a different kind of effect. But look at this baby. So you have to condition your clay before you start any kind of work. I have here conditioned my clay. I work with Fimo, and this is Carmine Red from Fimo Professional. I work with bigger bigger ones because again, I find them cost effective. So let's get to work. First things first, what we're gonna need for this particular project are obviously the clay. I will use an exacto knife. I use these tools. I'm not even sure. I got them back in my days when I was a hobbyist. I will have to check them out, but they are dual-ended. So this is a sharp end. They have a sharp end, and they have a second end, and these ones make bubbles. They make these particular bubbles that you see right here. Yeah. So, and the sharp ends do make these patterns, right? Okay. And also these patterns. Okay. Okay. Okie doke. So this is our slab and the background. Needless to say, your workspace has to be pretty clean. Okay. So let's cut shapes. This is on my thickest setting, and I have an Imperial pasta machine, and my numbering is going from 1 to 6, 1 being the thickest and 6 being the thinnest. Now at the thinnest setting, my polymer clay just gets shred, absolutely shred. So I never use that. And this is at a thickness number 5. Okay, so there is no stencil, no rhyme or reason to cutting the shapes. I think of them matisse patterns here when I do this slab. So here we go. Oh yeah, you will also need a flexible blade. Better yet, a stiff blade. I personally prefer to take each shape one at a time and place them on my slab. Oh, can you see my slab? Let me just bring it here closer. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Make sure this is very well stuck to the surface. Otherwise your clay will lift. I like to use a what they're called. I told you my videos are not perfect. Sometimes I'm lost for words. Make sure there are no bubbles under your cut-offs. Yeah, a ceramic plate, ceramic tile. Pardon my English. I prefer to use a ceramic tile for my polymer clay work, and also when I bake. That is another thing. If you want me to cover that in my videos, let me know. Okay, let's deal with this. These little things should not be here. Now, if you feel like you're not inspired, or you do not have the dexterity to do these shapes, my advice is find a pattern that you like on Pinterest or somewhere on internet and just copy little by little, just one shape here, one shape there, put it on a PowerPoint presentation and assemble them like a little collage and print it out and cut those little shapes and then place them on your clay and then cut them out and then put them on your slab. And that would be my advice for you if you feel that you cannot do this freehand. Let's get rid of some of these. There are many times when I saw makers do some of the things and I would think, oh yeah, that's all right for you. I could never do that. And I would have liked for them to give us an indication of what the rest of us that don't have the dexterity to do the same could do, but no. So I hope you can take this little tip with you and use it. Oh, there's a little oopsie here. Have you seen it? Have you seen it? There's a little oopsie there. Where is it? Where's the camera? There's a little oopsie there. That's okay. There's a little oopsie there. That's okay. This is all free form. You will see what happens to it, because this is not the end of it. This is just the beginning of the process. So do not worry about it. If you ever have this kind of thing happening to you, do not worry about it. Just make sure there are no bubbles under your cutout. Sorry. English is not my first language and I will make mistakes, so please bear with me. You want to do multicolor? Do multicolor. Let's deal with this gorgeous piece. Please do let me know if you want to know how I achieved this, because this is not just simply putting sparkle on a clay. This other side doesn't have clay. So it's not just let's mix some sparkle in, let's put some glitter in and we're done. Okay, so let's cut this baby up. Oh, it's almost painful. Almost painful. But if the result is something magnifique, then I won't be upset. It already this looks delicious. So let's lift this baby up. What do you guys think? Look at the sparkle. Isn't this just delicious? Delicious. Okay. So now I'm going to put it through my pasta machine at its thickest setting, which on my Imperial pasta machine is number 1. Number one. Now, because of glitter, this is another trick. Because of the glitter, you don't want this to stick to your pasta machine, and so we need to use some sort of protection. Some people use paper. I prefer good old baking paper, non-grease baking paper. Not for any other reason, but the paper I use for my printer is very good quality, for one thing, and so I'm not gonna go out and buy a different quality paper. Secondly, this is cheap but very good baking paper, and so nothing wrong with it. Works perfectly for the purposes I need. So, I'm leaving some margins here because I am going to put the paper in first. You really do not want glitter through your pasta machine. Yeah. And there it is. It's like clouds. So, as I was saying, when you had those oopsies here, where you had a little bit of cut or a little bit of ridge or a little bit of something, really don't need to worry about it because, well, look at this. You just don't need to. Everything is kind of incorporated, flattened and everything into the slab. And so let's the texture begin. Okay, so let me bring this closer to you. For me, this is where actually some thought to the patterning begins. With this slab, for example, as you can see, I have been doing some dotting around the white mother of pearl and some lines around the red cutouts, sorry, how do I say cutouts, and also the bubbles in the reds, and also the larger dots within the red cutouts. That was my pattern texture thinking, but we can change that. So let's do some dots. I really like the sparkle, so I really do not want to touch those, and that was the reason for me not to have put any textures in this area, because I wanted the sparkles with the shine and the shine and sparkle to come through in its own right, but the dotting around it has given it that lift, if you will. So this is what I would like to do this time, to give it that lift. So this is what we're looking for, to lift it. and we can do quite a lot of spacing between the dots, or not. If you want to do it small spaces, some bigger spaces, that is up to you. However you think it would look good. So let me just finish the dots and we'll come back. Now that we finished the dots, let's make some lines. So, shall we make some lines within the red instead of the white again? So let's make that. Let's do that. I think in this respect we are kind of done with the lines on the red. So let's put some blobs. Actually, let's see if we can do this. Now, instead of putting the bubbles on either red or white or sparkle, how about we put them in here? Oh, that looks much better in comparison to this one. What do you think? I think that is much better. So let's go. Is there any more space that makes sense? Space that makes sense. We don't want to overcrowd this slab, so I think we are done. And just look at this. Just look at what we've done. Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. Now I have here some very nice cutters which we can use to make these rings, and I would say for this kind of slab, I mean, you can use, oh wow, we have some great shapes, let's say these ones, right? But my god, I mean, what can you see from this? Not much. I would say utilize the slab as much as you can and go for something like this. And so look how much you get out of your scene, out of this beautiful picture. You get a lot more scenery in terms of look right. Okay, go this way, right? And otherwise this cuts too much into what's going on there, and you lose sight of what you were trying to achieve. So be smart with the cutters that you're using for your slab. But, if you position your cutters in the right way, look at that, yeah, then you get the absolute best picture of what you're trying to achieve. Yeah, you get both red and glitter, and that is holographic glitter, and texture galore. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe to my channel down below and hit the bell button to get notified of the new videos coming out, and do let me know what you like to see next. As I said, you can ask me about how to condition your clay. There is a difference between softening and conditioning, and that makes a huge difference to how your clay bakes, both in the front and the back. Yeah, there is a difference. And how you work with it, and how to do, or if you want me to show you how to apply glitter on your clay, or anything else otherwise, or maybe how I made beautiful earrings out of this slab, show you how I cut them, how I sand them, how I not polish them, because the secret is glitter cannot be polished, and that is another video. If you want me to cover that, please send me those comments, and I'll show you, well, we'll discuss how to treat jewelry that has glitter on, and so do comment below. Thank you. See you in the next video. Bye bye.